EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And, oh, right away, he lost the football. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Nicole Hardman, 79 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wentz. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
First down, Browns.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Flush to his right. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wentz to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about. But I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for. At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll run here with Balaj. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd and 3. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And 1. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Devin Bush charging hard for that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns, nothing.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Now Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt.
In punt formation for the Browns.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Bring it, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Here we go,
They'll look to throw here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ito Smith that time, and now it's third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll return it from the 6. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Wentz. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Devin Bush leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
3rd and 13.
The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Wentz.
And that's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line.
34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm here all right. 51 to Mike, boy, 51. I'm coming. 19,
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd and 6. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 9.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Sione Takitaki. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A 36-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point safely through, and that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Third down.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Andrews now, looking to throw on second down. Quickly into the hands of Beckham.
Andrews pass.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Andrews. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big play there on third down for the Browns. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Andrews. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro lining up.
Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Andrews. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Complete.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And here's Andrews, throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine Donovan Peoples-Jones, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down, and 10 yards to go.
From the gun, Andrews. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack?
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think, with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
We'll see how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Check, 93's the mic, 93. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's complete to Smith. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Andrews. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
1-yard line.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 24.
Incomplete.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
The Browns first down.
To throw is Andrews on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Off-play action, Andrews. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Browns on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Fielded just inside the 20. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
4 yards.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now Andrews to throw on second down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
It's third down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Here we go.
Andrews throwing on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A loss of 14 on the play. It's second down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine Donovan Peoples-Jones. But now it's third down. Operating from the gun, Andrews. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting to look.
And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Recovered.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Andrews now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Donovan Peoples-Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Hunt going to run for it. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now here's Andrews on first and 10. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
At the 20-yard line.
Now it's Hunt. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down. Today's final score.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say